All right, today we are going to be working on my son's Power Wheels Yamaha Raptor 700R. Just got it for him a couple weeks ago, and only the high gear is, that's leftover snapper from 4th of July just ran over there. So it only works in high gear right now. Low gear and reverse are not working. Sounds like the main things are either the switch in the pedal there, or something with the wiring in the gear selector mechanism. And we're going to take a look at that. And then another one would be if you lift it up, and actually I'll have my daughter come here and help me. Maggie, can you come help me quick? I just need you to come over here, and when I tell you to push on the gas pedal. So there's two electric motors in this, and when it's in high gear, they run in parallel. And then low and reverse, they run in series. So when they run in parallel in high gear, as long as neither motor is burnt out, both wheels should spin. So Maggie, we got it in high gear. Go ahead and push down with your hand. Just use your hand. Oh, and there we go. All right, do it again. And they both appear to be spinning. Okay, thank you. So that should mean that we don't have a dead motor, but that's, I guess, the third most common thing is the motor for low and reverse can go bad, but this one's only a couple weeks old, so it probably shouldn't have anyway. So anyway, we're going to dig in, and I think first what we're going to do is check out that switch. All right, so first thing I did here is I got it up on a little jack stand here, and I removed, I don't think I needed to remove all of them. I didn't need to remove all of them. Anyway, I took this box off on the bottom here. It's just got two screws in it that hold it up underneath there like that. So I can look at the contacts down here, and those all seem to be fine. But what we're gonna do is, there we go. Okay, so those all appear to be good, but we are going to check and see if we are getting any power. Okay, so that there, so that's getting power, and that's getting power. Okay, so they're all getting power, they're all good. So that's not the problem. So now what I'm hoping for is that something up here in the gear selector. So what we'll do next is pop that off, and then we will go from there and see what we can find. Okay, now, so that's good. The batteries are good. So that means it must be something in there. So now we're going to take that off and take a look at it. All right, now we're going to pop the shift selector off and see if we can find out if maybe this is what's causing the problem. And they had a bunch of those little snappers they were throwing around and stuff like that. And if you know the bags have all those little wood shavings in them or whatever. And the whole thing was just covered in those. So I don't know if maybe something got in here. And all right. Ended up having to do things a little bit differently. Had to take the top body paneling off, flip it upside down to get to the bottom of the shifter mechanism here. I thought just taking those 4 screws off, I'd be able to pop it off and kind of see in there, but that's not how it works. So I've tested, no, I haven't tested any of these yet. So we're going to try this one here, and I need to connect the battery as well. But all those contacts look just fine. Everything looks as it should, which means that really everything should be working as it should. Oops, but it's not. Ugh. All right. Let's get the battery plugged in here and then see what we can figure out here. I don't know if I need a new switch or not, but that's going to be the next step. Just taking a look at the actual switch there. Okay. So now I should be getting. Okay, well, that all should be good there as well. Oop, it's coming off there. Right, well, we're gonna try one more thingarooski here. So now I should be able to take this thing out. But that doesn't want to come out. All right, so as you can see here, I have this whole piece off here. Originally, I removed these 4 screws thinking I could pop this thing off. That is not the case. So I disconnected the paneling from the body, allowed me to get to the underside of here, disconnected those switches there, and the battery power wire here. So now what I'm going to do is take this bottom piece off here and see if I can see anything off in there that might be causing the issue. We'll see. It's also only 2 weeks old and probably under warranty, I'm assuming, so I should probably call the company, whatever, Power Wheels or whoever. I think it's Power Wheels that built this. I don't know. Not Yamaha, though. It's just license their name. That's all. And this should be a good time to tell you guys again that, as usual, I really don't know what I'm doing. Oh, buddy. That might have something to do with it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there is a bunch of wood shavings and wood stuff in there. So it looks like, yeah, it looks like that might be our problem. So what I am going to do is clean those off. Looks like there was a little bit of sticky stuff in there too. I don't know if that's just out of alignment or is that how that's supposed to be. Okay, so, oh, shoot. We don't want to do that. We want to keep you on there. Just like that. Okay, well, I guess, what is that? It looks like a little bit of grease maybe on there. That's weird. I don't know why there would be grease or anything like that on there. I guess just to lubricate it a little bit so it doesn't wear out as much, but I don't know. But all that sawdust in there might have been causing the problem. So we will get this reconnected here. Oh, crap. I don't remember which way it went. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it went that way. Yeah, I guess we'll find out. I'll just get that put back in and then reconnect everything and then give it a try and see if that works. But yeah, I guess one of the problems is, yeah, you can get debris and dirt and stuff in there, and that can cause the switch to not work. And I had a feeling since they were using all those fireworks and that sawdust, those snappers. I know they're not pop rocks, but I always called them pop rocks growing up. A bunch of that sawdust got in there. So we'll see if that indeed was the problem. And if that wasn't, and it's back to YouTube for me to find out what the problem is. I like making these videos though, because it also forces me to learn stuff and all that fun stuff. So, okay, let's get this. I got them on backwards, I think. All right, I think I got this put on there backwards. So let's take this back off and flip it around, because I did put it on there backwards, I believe. Okay, there's low. There's high. That should be reverse. There's low. And that should be reverse. The green piece out again, the actual shifter, and let's connect it to this while I got everything off so I can actually diagnose it a little bit easier. How about that? I think that would make things a little bit easier on myself. Learning as we go here. Like I said, I watched a couple short kind of YouTube videos. None of them were for this exact one. And I kind of got the gist of it. Figured I'd go in and wing it. So that's what we're doing. Let me turn this off while I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, so I did get it figured out. Like I said, got that body panel popped off. So I'm going to start putting everything back together here. But yeah, it was just the switches inside, inside this box right here that were dirty and messed up, had a bunch of gunk on them. Got out of alignment or something. Oop, I need to screw that back on there before I mess something up. But anyway, yeah, we got it going. We've got all the gears working, so I'll show you that here in just a second. But yeah, it's this piece of the shifter here. Took that apart, took that white part off, and then there's two switches in there. And they were all dirty with a bunch of that sawdust from those snappers, fireworks snapper thingies. And that's what caused it. So yeah, we'll get this put back together then. All right, that's good and snug. All right, and we're working. High gear, low gear, reverse. Haha, right on. All right, pop the seat back on and we are good to go. All right, well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you learned something along with me. We were able to get that fixed. Ended up not having to replace any parts, just the two switches on the inside of the gear shifter were mucked up from sawdust from the snappers that the kids were playing with all weekend, doing drive-by snappings on the four-wheeler up and down the driveway. So anyway, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.